Well, on this day in 2012, one of the wildest days in the history of Omaha Public Schools.
The school board held an emergency meeting to accept the resignation of the school superintendent, who is only 2 months into the job. Dr. Nancy Sebring said her ability to lead the district was compromised after private but illicit email exchanges, which were written and sent from her Des Moines school administration computer, became public. The school board had to start the search for a new leader over from scratch.